A warm January night at Miami's Bayside marketplace erupted when a teenage scuffle set sirens roaring. Patrol cars fanned across the plaza, and a helicopter's searchlight carved hard white arcs over the crowd. Phones jammed, live streams stalled, and officers in gray vests began sealing off the scene. The official line, "Juvenile disturbance, no shots fired," landed the next morning. Yet dozens of witnesses insist 2, maybe 3, silver-gray figures, around 10 feet tall, stepped out of a white-blue flare near the marina rail, hovered for a heartbeat, then folded back into the light. Their stories match each other more than they match the official report. A fight involving juveniles in a busy Miami mall is not unusual. It happens. What is unusual is over 60 police units, aerial surveillance, and attempts to control what witnesses had already recorded on their phones. That response doesn't match the explanation. This pattern isn't new. When something happens that challenges the official narrative about what exists and what doesn't, the response tends to arrive quickly, the explanation tends to be dismissive, and the effort to control documentation tends to be immediate. We saw it with Roswell. We saw it with countless UAP sightings over military installations. And people who were present at Bayside that night described the same feeling, that what they witnessed was real, and that someone very much didn't want it documented. So what were people actually seeing? When I tune into the incident, this is what I receive. I'm simply reading the energy and sharing these impressions. Keep what resonates and leave the rest. A thin shimmer opened beside the marina rail, and 2 metallic beings, around 10 feet tall, smooth like liquid chrome, stepped out. One knelt and seemed to sample the air, the other swept its arm, casting a faint blue grid across the space. Moments later, both figures slipped back into the shimmer, which sealed behind them. The word Viridians echoed, along with a sense they were technicians on a timed task, not visitors looking for attention. The Viridians are interdimensional field technicians. They ride weak magnetic lines that lace the planet, and a line becomes a doorway, a portal, when it crosses salt air, quartz-rich stone, or moving water. Their task is to read ambient coherence, the weave of local chemistry, electric charge, and human emotion. The fear sparked by the Bayside fight flared like a beacon to their instruments. A circle of deep meditation or joyful celebration would have done the same, only without the chaos. Their liquid silver skin works as a living sensor array. Their wide, dark eyes reach beyond our light spectrum, and the faint blue lattice they project maps charge density, the way sonar maps ocean depth. They slip in, gather their data, and slip out again, leaving almost no trace behind. Some witnesses say that when they lifted their phones to take a picture, the screens froze for a second and the shot never saved. That brief energy surge is typical when a portal snaps shut. It scrambles nearby electronics just long enough to ruin the image. It's the same reason photos of other strange sightings around the world often turn out blurry, glitchy, or the camera simply stops working. When the shimmer closed, the phones lit up again and the plaza drifted toward normal, save for the memory of 2 silver figures and the silent data trace the Viridians left behind. So what exactly is a portal? Think of reality as tightly woven fabric. Most of the time the threads hold, nothing slips. A portal is the moment threads relax because 3 ingredients converge: an earth current rising through conductive rock, a sky or machine charge descending, and a coherent wave of human emotion. Fear can supply that wave, as it did in Miami, but so can mass joy or stillness. When the recipe clicks, the weave loosens, and anyone tuned to the other side can step through. Portals can flash open almost anywhere because the 3 strands, earth current, sky charge, and strong emotion, can braid together in many places. But some places line up the recipe again and again. The Bermuda Triangle, Mount Shasta in California, the Giza Plateau, each sits on steady earth currents and quartz veins, and they draw strong human focus. When those threads keep weaving together, people start calling the land itself a portal, even though the doorway appears only for the heartbeat when the braid tightens. A portal isn't a shortcut from point A to point B on a map. It's a seam between vibrational layers, letting a traveler step from one dimension into another and then back again. Light-coded beings like the Viridians slip through portals because moving between dimensions costs them almost no effort and leaves little trace. Heavier visitors, or crews bringing gear, travel in solid craft with real hulls, a contained drive core, and protective shielding. Ships can touch down anywhere, even when the portal recipe isn't present, but they're easier for humans to spot. So portals aren't fixed to one address, yet some ground invites them more often, and who steps through depends on the weight and purpose of the visitor. But the Bayside encounter isn't the first or the last time crowds have watched the veil ripple. Back in April 2023, months before Miami, a green fireball tore over suburban Las Vegas. Minutes later, a home security camera, lit by the family's backyard floodlights, captured two towering, silver-skinned figures gliding behind the fence. The footage is grainy but real, and frame-by-frame reviews show a head and shoulder before the shapes slip out of view. Police body cam recorded the sky streak. The family's 911 call recorded their panic, and several neighbors' doorbell videos caught the flash and hurried voices. Officers logged the case as unfounded, and local news chalked it up to a meteor scare, yet the family members insisted they saw two 8 to 10-foot figures just before the yard fell silent. Fast forward to December 2024. For weeks, New Jersey's night sky filled with tidy rows of bright white lights the press quickly labeled mystery drones. The White House even assured reporters the craft were authorized by the FAA. Case closed, according to Washington. But mixed among those boxy lights, glided round, milk-white plasma orbs that shot off at right angles and winked out without a sound. Phones froze when the orbs flared, police radios crackled, and dozens of residents told local TV crews the spheres moved in ways no quadcopter could match. Once again, an official shrug, just drones, versus a stack of eyewitness clips that say otherwise. Three very public settings tell the same story. The veil between dimensions is thinning. Each surge of shared human focus, each shift in the planet's magnetic song, loosens the weave for a heartbeat. And each sighting is a reminder that the same seams host many kinds of travelers. Some, like the Viridians, gather data. Others feel like park rangers, nudging ecosystems when they wobble. Healing teams drift through grief-heavy crowds, lifting emotional smog before it curdles into violence. They share no single flag. They share the corridors. The Bayside incident is a marker. Earth is layered and the seams are thinning. Our role isn't to panic or worship, but to stay curious, regulate our own field, and recognize thin spot signals. Ear pressure drops, light shimmer, sudden hush. You may find yourself shoulder to shoulder with travelers whose work keeps the larger tapestry humming. So when the darkness shimmers, plant your feet and breathe deeply. In that quiet strength, you become safe passage for otherworld travelers crossing the veil.